Welcome back to the channel. It's Revenge of the 5th. Hope you enjoyed our May the 4th sketch we did yesterday. No sketch for today, but I do have some Star Wars goodness. Today's new comic day. Got a good stack, I think 16 comics today. And before we get into the video, quick reminder that I am doing a giveaway on some awesome comics, including a John Romita signature. All you have to do, leave a comment on this video. Let me know something you like, you didn't like, something involving something about this video, and that's all you gotta do. If you want the full details, there is a link in the description with the video explaining everything. Now let's go ahead and hop into it. So like I said, Revenge of the 5th, so we have to start with Star Wars, including the new book, War of the Bounty Hunters. This is the prelude, it's the alpha, so it doesn't have a number, it just says alpha. But pretty sweet Boba Fett cover. I was a little disappointed in there was a good quantity of variant covers, and I know I've been saying I'm going to slim back on variant covers, but it's my boy Boba Fett, so I had to. I only picked up only one though, because most of the other ones, which this one's a pretty sweet cover, I like this cover, but most of the other covers are just variants of this. There's one where it's like, you don't see the green or anything, it's just kind of like really fire glossed over, I guess. And then there's the 1 in 25, I think, where he's in the black armor. And, like, he could have done something better. There was the director's cut, too, which was actually pretty cool, but I decided not to pick that one up. I am straying away from variant covers, believe it or not. And then we got one more Star Wars book. Not a lot of Star Wars books, but, hey, we got two. So we got Star Wars Adventures, or High Republic Adventures, was this 4? Yeah, 4. Now, the regular High Republic has been coming out the same week, but I guess that's coming out next week now. Starting with issue 5. Yeah, they're on 5. So that's a little strange. I kind of wish it did come out today. It would have definitely helped to, bring up the Star Wars mood. But regardless, pretty cool book. I've been saying this for a while now. I enjoy Adventures regular, or more than the regular High Republic. There's just something about the dynamic between the two split kid characters. I can't remember their names. That's my biggest trouble right now, as I kind of need to go back and reread all of them, because since I'm reading them a month apart and they have weird names, I am really struggling to remember all these characters. And there's so many characters, and they're all new except for Yoda. And it's like, oh man, there's a lot of names to remember. But moving on, we're gonna go ahead and do some XMen. Going to do our Marvel stuff first. So this is XMen Curse of the Man-Thing. Technically a one-shot, even though not really, because this stems off of, it was first Avengers, and then Spider-Man, and then now XMen. And oh, I'm so happy, because I love Man-Thing and I love Magic. So to have both of them on a cover is pretty sweet, which is why I had to pick up the variant. Yes, I know. And I think there's only one more variant that I picked up. Alright? Now, I thought this was the conclusion, but at the very end here, it says next is just Curse of the Man-Thing. I didn't realize there was one that was just called Curse of the Man-Thing, but I guess there is. I want to show this one off again, because I really like this cover. And again, it's two of my favorite characters. I'm not sure who did the art, but it is phenomenal. Super sweet soul sword on Magic there. Man-Thing's looking cool. I love the red background. Might be my favorite cover of all of this. There was a lot of covers for Heroes Reborn. There was a few that I was kind of deciding between. I went with the Mephisto cover. Pretty sweet. I think this is called a trading card variant. I almost went, there's a really cool Blade variant that is pretty close to getting, but I decided on the Mephisto. I don't think I have any Mephisto covers, so I was like, yeah, let's do that. Now, there was a lot of books this week, and it's been just raining nonstop today, so my energy levels have been kind of low, and I wasn't feeling too good yesterday either. So I didn't get through reading all my books. I kind of was nodding in and out I was laying on my bed reading comics with my dogs. So, we were kind of cozied up, and I kind of nodded off here and there. So I didn't get to read America Chavez. This is 3, right? Yeah, number 3. I have been enjoying this series, and I do look forward to reading it later. I just haven't got around to doing it yet. That being said, well, I haven't started Strange Academy. I have all of it. I'm picking it all up. I'm going to read it eventually, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. And then we have Iron Fist. I think this is the second to last book for this miniseries. And again, I just didn't get around to reading this one either. But I have been enjoying this one. Pretty cool cover. I love one of my favorite versions of Iron Fist, like design wise, is I love like the big V-neck. Or this is kind of more of a more than a V-neck. It doesn't come down to a point. It's just kind of almost like a vest. And so, but I like to see that dragon tattoo on his chest. I really like that on my Iron Fist. And then a couple more books I didn't get to read. We got The Union, number 5. I've been enjoying this series so far. Again, I do apologize. I didn't get to read everything today. It was a big week, and my energy levels were low. Last Marvel book that I didn't read, which I'm not even sure if I read the number 2, because this is number 3 of Thor and Loki Double Trouble. Cool cover with Jane Foster as well. I can't remember if I read the number 2, but I definitely, I was like, I definitely don't have time to read that today. Now, I bought some independent books as well. Got a few here. Read The Last Witch because I've been loving this series. And again, really, really solid book. Each book has been, I feel like in a lot of comics, there'll be at least, 1 or 2, here and there, sometimes longer, where it's just like, that one was okay, kind of setting up pieces for the next thing to go on. And granted, this book, sure, at different times is setting things up. It also, every time I finish the book, I'm like, wow, that was really good. So I really like this series. I highly recommend it to anyone and everyone. I tell people about it at the shop all the time. It's really, really solid. All right, and so here's where I got my last variant. I picked up Eve, a new comic from Boom, and it was a number 1 from Boom. You have to pick it up. Boom's been putting out incredible work here lately, and a lot of their stuff, like Something Killing the Children, those books have gone insane in value. Of course, obviously, there's a show coming up or something, apparently. I don't even know how far along or what exactly the details on that are, but I know people have been really liking the series as well. I've never got around to reading it. I only own the foil number 1 and then the newly released 8th printing of number 1. But regardless, I was like, it's kind of a gamble, and that's what I like to do in comics. I'm a gambling man anyway, so I feel like this is a kind of safer, funner way to do some gambling. And picking up a number 1 Boom comic, yeah, sure, I'll take that risk. I'll take that risk twice because I picked up the cover B as well. I might pick up I think it was a 1 in 10 or something we had, which was just the version of this cover, which I didn't even really talk about this book. Pretty solid book. Has an interesting premise. I don't really want to spoil it because I feel like a lot of people I hadn't really even heard about this until I was setting up the comics for today, and I was like, what's this? And I was like, ooh, Boom, I'm gonna have to try this out. And I quite enjoyed it. I think there's I guess technically 3 characters, but there's like 2 main characters that I think the story's gonna focus on at least for the beginning. And they're both pretty enjoyable. One's a little silly, and I think we'll make an interesting little duo. I'm excited to see where it goes. And then I got 2 more books that I did not get to read. Deep Beyond. This one needs to be careful. This one might be on the cutting block. I really like the first issue because this is where are you at? Number 4. Yeah, number 2 and 3 were kind of. Number 2 specifically was kind of I don't know, maybe I was too tired when I read it or something, but I wasn't quite feeling it. 3 I felt like it was a little bit better, so we're gonna see about this one. I don't know. And then the last one, Nocterra. This is number 3? Yeah, Nocterra number 3. And I really like number 1 and number 2 of this book, and so this will probably be one of the first books that I read in the stack of books that I need to read, because this is a solid series so far. Super excited with it. It's kind of like, the best way I can explain it, if anyone hasn't read it, it kind of reminds me, because it's funny, it came out during the King in Black event, and, Null was taking over the world and, covering everybody in symbiotes and controlling them and everything. And it was like, it's kind of like that in a way, if it was more horror, end of the world, like, and I know, they set it up in Marvel like, oh, Null's gonna kill everything, but it's a superhero comic and the hero's gonna win at the end of the day. But this one's like, if there was a dark plague over the whole world and everything's not okay. That's the best way I can explain it. It's not quite the same as symbiotes, but it has a lot of similar ideas and feelings, I guess, towards it, but in a darker, more permanent, terrifying way. But that's going to be it for today. I hope you all picked up some awesome comics, and if you did, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Your comics in the comments. Oh my god, that's hard to say. Try to say that 5 times fast. But when you do leave a comment, it'll enter you into the giveaway. You could win some sweet books. And I'm actually working on, for the future, I'm a big, like, for later on type thinker. And I'm like, what am I going to give away after this? And I got some solid ideas. So, my noodle's working. But I hope you all enjoyed, like I said. Thank you all for stopping by. If you didn't check out the sketch that I released yesterday, because it's an unusual day for me to release a video, but it's May the 4th, I had to. So if you didn't watch that, it's super short. It's only like 30 seconds. And I highly recommend going to watch it. It's just super fun and goofy. We had a lot of fun making it. And yeah, that's going to be it. Goodbye.